What's up guys, welcome back for another DevPro Duel video. One of the most retarded cards in this game has been released in the TCG, and on top of that it's legal and currently limited to one. We are talking about the 6th Sense. Apparently it's really hard to get out of your packs. I've heard there's only one per case, and each case contains 12 boxes of YGOPro cards. So although it's a common, it's really hard to obtain through opening booster packs. That's an amazing marketing strategy from Konami right here. More about that at the end of the video. I'm playing 2 decks in this video, as you see here. Both of them I already featured in the past. But now I added the 6th Sense to both decks to exploit them both. I also asked a friend for testing. He's also playing the card in his decks, which are Spellbooks and Dragon Rulers. So let's see some shenanigans. The first duel. Here my opponent is playing Spellbooks, and looking at both opening hands, they both aren't that good. Pretty terrible. Looking at my hand, I open him with 3 Necro Gardenas, which is like, okay, DevPro. I set 6 hands and pass. He opens with Magician, like Secrets Magician, to search out the field spell, tower, and pass. Obviously going to drop Dragodia, and he's going to end. I activate 6 Sense, so obviously I'm going to call 5 or 6, and lucky, I draw, or at least my opponent rolls a 5, so I get to draw 5 cards. First, activate Dragodia, try to take control of his Magician. Also Dragodia was at 6000 attack, but I know he plays like Mirror Force, Prison, and so on. So just in case he had the Fate set, activate Dragodia, then normal summon Lumina for the Geralt and activate Lumina's effect, obviously for the Geralt, and attack directly. Then in the end phase, mill or at least get 2 draws off of Geralt, so I get to discard 3 Necro Gardenas. So I think, okay, I'm pretty much set, although he's Kaiku, so I cannot banish my Necro Gardenas from grave. I also think I had 3 different Light Swords in grave, so Judgment Dragon at this moment is not a threat, so he decides to remove or at least banish 2 Necro Gardenas from my grave. So my turn again. I activate Dragodia's effect to take control of his Kaiku, so he's forced to activate the Fate now and banish one of my Dragodias. Normal summon Lila, try to activate its effect to destroy the face down, which is a prison, and this should be game either way unless he runs Dragodia or Swift Scarecrow, so make Lavalval Chain. Just in case put Envoy on top of my deck for next turn, and then push for game unless he has, as I said, Swift Scarecrow or yeah, Dragodia. So yeah, +5, or yeah, it's not +5, it's +4, but 5 draws for the 6th Sense is pretty legit. Next, again Spellbooks. I think, yeah, I get to start. Again, looking at my opening hand, it's not that great. 2 Necro Gardenas, Solar Recharge, Envoy. Dragodia Course can save me. So he again opens with Magician. Make some standard prophecy plays, you know, set up your grave for the field spell and sets the 6th Sense, I believe. Yeah, a Fate and a Mirror Force, so he has an amazing opening hand. Activate Recharge, normal summon the Lila, try to destroy one of his back rows, although he activates Fate. So no mill for me for the Lila. He activates 6th Sense, calls 5 or 6, but lucky I roll a 1, so he only gets to, or at least mills 1 card from the top of his deck. So that's a downside from the 6th Sense. After Dragodia and Chorus in hand, I normal summons his Justice. So he's first going to attack with his Magician, then Justice. So obviously going to drop the Gores to put me back into the game, since at this moment I cannot do anything because of the opening hand. Then he's going to search out the Secrets and the Priestess, of course. I top deck into a charge. On top of that, mill a Wolf, so some Lightsworn sackiness here. Normal summon the Lila, try to destroy his face down back row, and he wants to protect it with Failure, so the chances of him having Mirror Force are pretty high. So make Lavalval Chain. Maybe I should have put Lavalval Chain in defense, to put, I believe, a Judgment Dragon on top of my deck. And as expected, it's indeed a Mirror Force, so left a token in defense for some protection. His turn, gets a draw off with the field spell and drops the Priestess. And then, yeah, he activates double powered, I believe, through the with Master. Then search out Fate, I believe. Yeah. Then he's going to set 3 back row cards. So at this point, I think it's pretty much game for him. I don't drop Dragodia since he still has his Priestess on the field, so Dragodia will just be get destroyed in main phase 2. Try to go for Judgment Dragon first. He activates Fate to put it, or at least banish it, I believe. Then drop Envoy, but yeah, he still has the Book of Moonset, so I cannot do anything. Next, Dragon Rulers. So I'm also playing Zombie, so the Malicious Zombie deck from a few videos ago. He gets to start and pretty much sets up his graveyard. Special summons his Redux in defense position and searches out the Blaster and the Tempest from his deck. Sets a Torrential and pass. Looking at my hand, I opened 1-for-1 Dandy, also the 6th Sense and MST. So because I opened up with the 6th Sense, I don't see a reason to go 1-for-1 Dandy just yet. Since 6th Sense, I either get to draw 5 or 6 cards, or at least mill a few cards, with the chance of milling Mizuki or whatever. Since he has a Torrential of his own, he only goes for a card trooper to pretty much set up his grave and pass. Then MST in the end faces Torrential, and now I go ham. Lazy as Maxi, I think I can go for a game, or at least put me in a nice position to activate 6th Sense, call 5 or 6, and lucky he rolls, I think, a 5, so I get to draw 5 cards. Although I pretty much draw monsters, so that's a bit of a bummer. Although, make Librarian, make Crimson Blader, and unless he has Failure, this should be GG already. So Crimson Blader attacks over his card trooper, and Librarian attacks directly, and in the end phase, because of the 6-hand card limit, I discard Malicious. Pretty much set me up for next turn. He activates his Swords. He cannot special summon high, or at least special summon or synchro summon in his turn, or at least special summon high level monsters, that is. So he's forced to activate Blaster to destroy the Crimson Blader and set his Debris Dragon to survive for next turn. Then my plan here was to activate Zombie Master and special summon the Scrap Dragon just in case it's returned from a different dimension, which isn't, so he's activating his Solemn Warning on the Scrap Dragon. But since I discarded Malicious last turn, I'm going to make my second Crimson Blader, draw a card, and normally this should always be GG unless he has a Scarecrow, but he's also under Crimson Blader, so drawing 5 with the 6th Sense pretty much sealed the deal here. Last duel of the video. Again, Dragon Rulers. So I get to start. And looking at my opening hand, this is not that great. Double Plague, Spore. Those aren't the cards you want to open with, or at least multiple in your opening hand. So set them both, or at least set the Plague and set the Prison, I believe. Normal summon the Trooper. He activates Torrential, which is fine. Losing Plague and at least the Trooper nets me another draw. Then he activates his Tidal to send the Tempest to the grave, activates Blaster to destroy my Prison, so now he's pretty much set up for next turn. Again, nothing too special, normal summon Turtle, attack for 1-2 and pass. I'm safe for Dracosec or Big Eye. I don't know why he should go for Big Eye, but yeah, I'm safe for Dracosec with the Failure. But I think he's going to Crimson Blader me, which is a good choice. Although I have Failures. Yeah, he's going to... Yeah, indeed, he's going for Crimson Blader, so I have to activate Failure to pretty much keep me in the game for next turn. He decides to attack for damage. The Comedy Zombie is special summoned in defense position. Then, my turn. I have a few options. I can go for Librarian, get a few draws off, also draw into the 6th Sense. But I think it was better to go for Cataster and see if he has Failure. He does have Failure, so I'm just going to pause and set the 6th Sense. His turn, I think he's going to make Stardust. Yeah, he's going to normal summon his Debris Dragon, so no Failure or Maxi on my part. Make Stardust, eventually also makes Star Eater. So he gets over the Cataster with his Stardust Dragon, and Crimson Blade is going to attack directly. So looking at my hand, he also has Maxi in his hand, which would be pretty crucial for him next turn. So start his special summon again, I draw Mizuki. Now, I decide to activate Plague to put the Mizuki back on top of my deck, since I either draw 5 or 6 cards with the Sixth Sense, or mill 1 to 4 cards. Obviously going to call 5 or 6, although I get to mill, or at least, yeah, I call it wrong and mill 1 card. So the Mizuki is milled from my deck. But yeah, as you see here, he has the Maxi. So I'm forced, since I already had the Plague in defense position, and him having Crimson Blader on the field, I'm forced to try to at least Crimson Blader him and destroy his field in the process. So now he's under Crimson Blader, but I think here I had like 10 seconds left for my turn, so I still had to go into the battle phase, activate Scrap Dragon in main phase 2, so I couldn't make any more moves with Book of Life and so on. So I had to pass with this Star Eater still face up on the field. He is under Crimson Blader, but looking at his back row, he has returned from a different dimension set, also his Sixth Sense set. So this is already game over. Activate Book of Life. He chains Maxi. So at this moment I know it's GG for him. I cannot do anything. Make Orion Dragon to target the Star Eater, although we Book of Moons it to protect it. So yeah, I know it's game over already. And yeah, for some reason I put Zombie Master on top of my deck. I just should have put, or at least sent Dandelion from my deck to the grave to get 2 more tokens, but that didn't really matter. So he activates his Sixth Sense, and I think I roll a 6, so he gets 6 draws off. And on top of that, he has returned from a different dimension. So yeah, this is legit, so I'm going to scoop it up. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. Alright, so let's see or at least both deck lists. Yeah, both decks are already featured in previous videos, so I don't think I need to say the same. But let's talk about the Sixth Sense. Pretty much all decks you saw in this video don't have a downside on the Sixth Sense. It's either draw 5 or 6 cards, which is obviously retarded. And just in case you call it wrong, you get to set up your grave, which is amazing for Dragon Rulers, Light Sworns, zombies and so on. So no downside for the card. So why is this card legal in the current metagame? Well, I believe there's only one reason. Legendary Collection 4. And sorry I have to say this, but it's obvious that Konami wants to boost sales of the pack. Also looking at the rate, or at least the pulling rate, that are people getting the Sixth Sense from opening packs, it's pretty much 1 per case, and that's ridiculous. YCS London is also coming up within a few weeks, and the Sixth Sense will be legal for the main event, so fun times ahead, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Guys, thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead them signing out. Peace.